Hey, Bob Guerin here with Synergy Kettlebell Training. We are starting a brand new batch of kombucha tea, and I wanted to show you exactly what we do. It's so easy to make and very healthy for you, so check out what we do here.
Alright, so first what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves some glass containers. It's important that they're glass containers as far as reacting with the kombucha mushroom. And so we're going to get the glass containers, fill them about 3/4 of the way with filtered water. You want it to be a decent amount of water. Obviously you're brewing a decent amount of tea. So once you do that, you're going to get some tea bags. Organic is always best. And then you're going to get, right now we're using decaffeinated green tea bags. You're going to take 4 of them. And I don't brew my tea as far as over the stovetop with heat. I just let the bag sit in there for maybe about an hour, and then I'll check it. If it's the color that I want, then I'll go ahead and add in the rest of my stuff for it. Alright, so here we are about an hour later, but before I get into showing you the rest of how to make the kombucha tea, just want to talk a little bit about which teas you can use. Again, as I said previously, the best kind is anything that's organic. Other than that, you want to stick to either a black tea or a green tea. It's recommended if you search the websites for some different recommendations. Black tea is the most recommended. We've started recently using the decaffeinated green tea, and speaking about decaffeinated for a second, it's very important when you're looking for anything decaffeinated that it is water decaffeinated. You don't want anything that's decaffeinated using chemicals. Sometimes when they decaf coffee or tea, they use formaldehyde, so you definitely want to stay away from that. You want to make sure the box specifically says that it is decaffeinated by water. So here we've got our... Alright, so here we have our kombucha tea. As you can see, our tea is done brewing. So we're going to take out our tea bags here. Now you're going to use quite a bit of sugar for the tea, and what will happen is the mushroom will eat up the sugar as it's brewing. It takes about 7 to 10 days to brew. When you use sugar, look for a turbinado sugar or a raw cane sugar, something along those lines. When you find a raw cane sugar or a turbinado sugar, the process that it's used to get the sugar is a lot less refined and a lot less violating of the sugar itself. So here I've got about 1.5 cups measured of the turbinado sugar. So I'm going to be putting that into that one. We're making 2 batches today, so put that one into there. Alright, so you're going to want to dissolve it a little bit. I'm going to use a wooden spoon for that. You don't want any metal whatsoever to touch the mushroom or the tea. It will affect the quality of it, and it could possibly kill the mushroom. So just going to dissolve it enough so that way it's throughout the tea. Alright, so we're back here with our kombucha. It's actually not really a mushroom. It's not like you can go to your store and buy some portobello mushrooms or shiitake mushrooms and use it to start your tea. So it's actually more of a fungus, collection of yeast and good bacteria. And you can see here what it looks like. This has actually been through a few batches. We started off with a portion that was maybe about that big, and it's grown. I've actually thrown some away. I've given some to friends. So this is what this looks like. So you're just going to take it and you're going to get it and put it right into the tea. Alright. Now it's important too that between batches that you keep it with some sugary water or a little bit of the kombucha itself to make sure that it, here we go, to make sure that it stays alive, because otherwise it could die. You'll also want to add just a little bit of your previous batches of kombucha, just a little bit. You don't need much, maybe about 1/4 cup. So I'm going to be grabbing that and putting that in there. If this is your first batch and you're just starting out with it, then you use a little bit of apple cider vinegar to get it started, and then after that you can just use your own kombucha tea.
And when the culture starts activating, it's going to really eat up a lot of that sugar that you saw dump in there. So those of you that gasped when you saw the amount of sugar that was dumped in there, don't worry, because it's not a very sugary drink afterwards. In about a week, week and a half, almost all of that sugar will be eaten up entirely.
Now, that's all we do to make our kombucha. One last step. you want to take a paper towel and a rubber band. Now, you want this to be breathable, that's why you don't want to use anything really airtight on it, but you want to take a rubber band around the paper towel, and what that's going to do is it's going to keep out any bugs that might find its way in. You can use maybe a very breathable cloth as well, that would be fine, but you want to keep any bugs away from this, and it's because of the sugar that's in there, it is going to attract bugs over by it. So, alright, so now we're just going to let it sit for about 7 to 10 days, and it's going to brew, and the mushroom will grow, and grow and grow and grow. So then, that's it.